Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Petra and thank you so much for joining in. For today's video I have everyday springtime makeup look. I think this is a very easy, not very complicated makeup look that looks good on basically any skin tone. It's very fresh, you know, it goes well with basically any possible combination, and I think it's a very appropriate for basically everyday and daytime, but you can definitely change it up and make it a little bit maybe your style and make it more suitable for you. So if you're interested into seeing how I achieved this makeup look, which as I said, it's really easy, you don't really need a lot of time or product, keep on watching and let's jump straight into the video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, that would really mean a lot to me. I put a new video every single week and I would really appreciate it, and let's jump straight into the video. So let's start. I'm gonna just take hair behind my ears so I can actually do my makeup. First thing we're gonna start is with foundation. I'm using this foundation non-stoppingly. Honestly, I know maybe I'm boring to watch, but when I love something, I really love to use it. This is the Rare Beauty foundation. Mine is in shade 210 neutral. I think, in my opinion, it's maybe more for oily and combinational skin. I suggest shake it up a little bit before you start using it. Sorry if the light is gonna change. I want to do this like in front of the natural light because I want you guys to see how this looks in the real life, but today weather is a little bit extra crazy, you know, here in Virginia. So I'm gonna start with this foundation. As you can see, I'm not dipping anymore. I'm only taking whatever is on this stick, and I just love to kind of spread it everywhere so I can just blend it up nicely later with my beauty blender. What I love about this foundation, honestly, is that it's really great for me everyday kind of foundation, because you definitely are getting enough coverage and pigmentation is great. It's not like I've put something on my face but really didn't do anything. No, as you can see, it definitely has nice pigmentation and nice coverage. I would say it's medium coverage, that you can definitely build it up, but it feels very light on your face, you know, and not heavy at all. As you can see, you still can see these areas where I have certain situations. So this foundation ain't gonna really cover that up, but I don't mind like covering that up with something else, you know, because honestly I would rather fix those situations separately with some concealer rather than like having like full face really heavy foundation. Then just so I can cover a little bit these areas here, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with satin finish. Like here, I have this here, and I think this is great for just, you know, helping making these problematic areas less visible. Then for my under eye area, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer, and this one is like a pan, as you can see, and I'm gonna put it underneath my eyes. I love this concealer because it has a really enough coverage and pigmentation for you to brighten up that area underneath your eyes without being like too much, you know, just making everything look a little bit cakey. So I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just gonna put a little bit here in the corner, like so, and a little bit on the corners. Adding concealer a little bit here on the corners of your eyes, it's gonna help lift that whole area up, but as you can see, really not much at all. And I'm gonna blend that using my beauty blender. Some people love to leave their concealers to dry a little bit. I'm not that kind of a person, just love to blend it out immediately. Like me and you really don't want to put too much of concealer, you just want to like brighten up that area, but you don't want to like go super crazy and you know, ending up and risking making something like cakey or crease, you want more like a natural finish, I would really recommend this one because you can see the difference. Basically, it really lighten up my under eye area, but it looks very natural. It's not like too much. Always take it to this like area here as well, because that's the area where usually we have a lot of darkness that also makes this whole area darker and everything. So whenever you're blending, don't just stop here, take it a little bit inside, I mean inward towards the towards here basically. Then I'm gonna leave this for a second and I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I'm using NYX Micro Brow Pencil and mine is in shade Ash Brown. So this is basically one eyebrow done. When it comes to the brow pencil, I love this brow pencil. As you can see, it's really easy to use. And now I'm gonna do the other eyebrow. Hopefully they're gonna at least look like they're friends and they know each other and not like enemies, basically, something like that. So yeah, let's hope it's gonna look good. The other eyebrow down. Hopefully they look good. And now for me, very important step generally for the eyebrows, but especially if you're like me and you have to fill in your eyebrows quite a lot, you know, achieve that little bit more of a natural look. My advice is always go one stroke at a time, you know, don't go like crazy all at once, and use some eyebrow gel. I think when you brush them through more visible, it's gonna look better. NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel. I brush them through and I usually brush them upward, but I don't go completely like crazy with having all of them like straight up to my forehead basically, but you know, a little bit like a bushy as much as you basically want. Brush them a little bit and make them a little bit more visible. It's gonna look a little bit more natural because you're gonna see more of your natural eyebrows more than just the fill-in areas. Of course, you can play around and just brush them any basically way you want to. So then, next thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set my face a little bit. I don't set my whole face. If you have dry skin, I don't think you should definitely set your whole face. Just maybe some areas where you maybe tend to get shine, or you don't have to set your face. Honestly, my personal opinion at all, except it's some like special occasion and you wanna make sure the makeup stays there. But because I have oily skin, or more like a combination of skin, my oiliness tends to make like everything move a little bit around my face. What I'm gonna use is this Fit Me by Maybelline Loose Finishing Powder. Mine is in shade 10. Fair light, and honestly I'm really satisfied with it because it's really light, you know, it doesn't make it like dry and take all like the nice like dewiness from your skin. I just feel like I set my face properly, but it's not like super drying or something like that. I'm gonna set areas where I need the most help, like here, like so, because as I said, for some reason this area shines bright as the sun, and like around my nose area, this and T-zone is where I usually get the most shininess. But as you can see, I'm not taking huge amounts of product, just a little bit, and just take it to my forehead, just so. And then with whatever is left, I'm just gonna go through like underneath my eyes. Again, as I said, if you have more dry skin, I would definitely recommend avoiding setting your setting your foundation and concealer a lot, especially in the areas where you get that dryness. Maybe just focus on the areas where you tend to shine during day. Then I'm gonna bronze up my face. I'm using NARS Laguna bronzer in matte version. So yeah, I mean, I love this bronzer. I think it's so good. There are different shades you can choose from. It doesn't have like that orange undertone to it. I think it's beautiful and it's really pigmented. good bronzer, because instantly you look like, oh my god, you're more tan, you know. I've been on some kind of vacation, which I definitely haven't been. Don't go crazy, it's better to go little by little. Don't go crazy on your forehead, you know. I think it's always better to just add a little bit, like whatever is left from putting here in this area. If you have rather small forehead, avoid adding bronzer on your forehead as much as you can, maybe just a little bit here, because that way you're gonna make it even smaller, you know. But I just love adding a little bit like here in the corners and here, just to make everything look a little bit even. Then very important, I'm gonna take that brush that I use for setting powder, and I'm gonna clean whatever is, and I love this Real Techniques, this is 302, because it is kind of flat, so it's great for cleaning certain areas. And I always take it a little bit underneath, just to, you know, make sure everything is blended properly. You know, if I went a little bit, you know, overboard in certain areas, I can just, you know, save myself. I'm gonna add a little bit on the sides of my nose, just to give it, you know, something, you know, so it doesn't look like paprika. Again, I'm gonna take that brush just to make sure I don't look like Oompa Loompa. And that's basically my bronzer. As you can see, it gives that like nice little, you know, color to your face, and especially for like a spring makeup, I think you could definitely go a little bit, you know, extra. Why not? Let me close this before I continue going like crazy, and continue to our eyes. For this makeup look, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. bite size eyeshadow. Mine is in, let me just open it. Oh, let's go. There we go. Is in Berry Bed, and it looks like this. As you can see, I already tried them out to see how they do they look. There are different options that you can choose from. They're only $3, people, and honestly, I was really surprised with pigmentation, how everything looks. And just want to show you the swatches. They're actually really pigmented. Honestly, I was shocked because they are $3 and there are different, like as I said, options you can choose from. First, I'm gonna use this lightest shade here, just to put it like here in the crease, and I always love to use some like a base eyeshadow color, you know, just to put it basically all over my eye as a base. When it comes to the eyeshadow fallout, I think it's the same as with almost, I think, every other eyeshadow palette, so it's nothing like over the top. As I said, it's very, the pigmentation is really nice, as you can see. So yeah, I'm gonna use this here in the crease, basically. I hope you guys can see it's very nice, subtle, beigey, nude color. I think this is great even on its own, you know, just to you know, lift your eyelids a little bit, lift that whole area up. Then I'm gonna use this eyeshadow here and just put it basically all over my eye. You can use your fingers, eyeshadow brushes, whatever you use, whatever you prefer. I'm usually a finger person when it comes to this, like more shimmery eyeshadows, to put them on my eyes, and then I use some eyeshadow brush just to blend everything together. But of course you can use whatever you prefer. Really love this color. First of all, it's really creamy. Ignore the fact that I put it underneath where it doesn't supposed to go, but I'm gonna clean that with my beauty blender. But it's really creamy, it applies so easily. I think it's so easy to use because it's a nice, like a bronzy color, but it has like a little bit of maybe like orangey undertone to it. But I think it's so easy to use. You can just put this all over your eye and you're good to go. Really surprised with the pigmentation of this eyeshadows, so I think you definitely won't regret if you check them out. We're gonna stop ourselves here. Then I'm gonna use this like an angled brush and use this like dark shade here to make a like a wing, basically. Then I'm gonna use whatever is left on this angled brush and just put it a little bit on my lower lash line. Just bear that in mind, that's like a darker color. It's a little bit more on a purplish, and it's not purple, it's brown, but it has more of a purple undertone to it. So I would usually go for something brown, like a classic brown. So yeah, that's when it comes to an eyeshadow. Then it would be a spring look. If we didn't use some blush, I'm using this Milani Rose Powder blush. First of all, it looks gorgeous in shade Blossom Time Rose, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that. Don't go too low when it comes to your blush, because you don't want to, when you're not smiling, to have these things going down. So basically like a little bit higher than your bronzer. And I'm gonna put a little bit of highlighter using this Rare Beauty highlighter in a liquid luminizer in shade Transcend. I just love it. It's so easy to use. You can even mix it up with your foundation. You can put it like on your hand, put your foundation and mix it together if you want that like a dewiness look. And I usually don't go too much, just a little bit, so I can get that nice little glow there, like so. Wherever you basically wanna place it, I think gives that very nice, like a healthy glow, you know, because when it's blended out, it looks really nice, you know, and gives you that nice like dewiness and not like some crazy just a line of highlighter. It really blends in into your skin really nicely. I just love it, and I would put it basically everywhere. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara, but first I'm gonna curl my eyelashes, and then I'm gonna use the Sky High mascara. So that's one coat. I usually go for basically like 2 coats, something like that. So yeah, let's hope we won't get spidey legs. So that's mascara done, and the last step, but not the least, are the lips. I'm gonna use MAC Strip Down lip pencil to line my lips and give them a little bit of shape. I'm just gonna use this just to line my lips. I won't fill them in with this. And then I'm gonna use this NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in shade Brunch Me to fill in my lips. I love this lip liner because it has this nice peachy undertone to it. The MAC lip liner has a nice creaminess to it, so you can blend them out really nicely together. To finish it off, I'm gonna put my Maybelline Lifter gloss in shade Moon, and the light is changing non-stopperly, so please people, I mean, if you made it this far, you got used to it by now. So guys, this is the final look with everything done. Please let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? Do you love it or not? What's your opinion? I think this is a really nice everyday spring look that's very daytime appropriate, but you know, you can definitely tone it down if you want to make it more like your own personal style. As well, I think it's good for day and evening time because it looks really fresh and nice. I think it complements basically every skin tone. So guys, please do let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this look? What's your like a signature everyday springtime look that you do when it comes to makeup? Have you tried some of these products? Do you love them? What's your opinion? I'm gonna leave all the links for everything that I used in this video in the description box below for you to check it out. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. That would really mean a lot to me. And thank you guys so much for watching. That really means a lot, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!